In fact, after our field work, the energy costs went up 10% through government policy. But urban Chinese very concerned about air pollution, much as the Western Europeans and North Americans were 15 to 18 years ago in the last green wave of public concern about the environment. India as well. In fact, and this just is, you just don't get this very often in global polling. We have majorities in all countries under that design of a tax supporting a green tax, a carbon tax. Finally, we asked people whether they would agree or disagree that they would themselves Now, to sum up, we've been I presented to legislators in the run-up here and said, in our tracking, we have one question that tracks since 1992 at the Rio Earth Summit, and concern about climate change is now equal or greater than it was in 1992 in most of our 16 tracking countries, so that politicians coming here this week have the kind of support that their predecessors had in 1992 when they went to Rio and made those agreements to start this all. Secondly, there's an immediacy about it. There's a sense that all hands need to be on deck and work at the same time. There's support for the deal of the transfer of aid and the enablement with technology in return for going forward together with commitments. And on the carbon tax one, obviously, many of you know that overall results like this are, you can't get to real detailed strategy and until you go beyond the overall. And we've done a segmentation of all of this, and it's by looking at the segmentations. On the marketing side, you're looking at the segments who will actually vote with their dollars early. On the legislation side, you're looking at the segments who will dig in their heels and take a very aggressive stance against. And by looking at this through our segmentation, I conclude that a well-designed and communicated carbon tax could be sold in all the countries surveyed, even in America, where under this segmentation we identify 10% of Americans who would dig in their heels very significantly over this. But certainly if they didn't get a lot of funding from industry and elsewhere, that would not be supported, because there's some very strong pro carbon tax in America, as well as all other countries. Finally, citizens and in their role